So welcome everyone. I am Saket Bansal, and for this session, my primary objective is to educate you about program management certification. I will use PMI website. We will talk about some basic details about this program management certification and get little bit in details of application process because the PGMP has a special application process, and talk about your preparational related queries for PGMP certification. As you understand, this one is little second level certificate after PMP and has a little bit higher rigor because it has two level of evaluation. First is application level evaluation, which is far different than your PMP application. It's a panel review application. And then it has a multiple choice kind of computer based exam, which one has to take. So starting with directly sharing the content from PMI website so that you can also refer it later and probably can use it for along with me as well. So I'm just sharing the link. So here, when you go to PMI website, you can navigate to PGMP Program Management Professionals. And by clicking here, you can get the basic details of your PGMP certification. And I probably will use this. Now here they try to start with an explaining what is this PGMP certification is about, what you demonstrate, what kind of competency you are doing. So they are saying that a PGMP professional talks about that I am capable of handling programs. Now what is program? A coordinated effort of multiple projects leading to some strategic objective of the organization. So here they want to make a little very clear that you have experience to navigate complexity and align to strategic objective. So the PGMP content focuses on you run program which helps your organization to go for a next level. For example, you end up setting up a new line of business, you end up setting or helping the organization to improve their operational efficiency so they start saving money. They wanted to launch their product into a particular geography. Your program helps in achieving that. So it's a collection of projects which are interconnected. They are managed efficiently together. That's why you are putting them under the umbrella of a program. And all of them coming together will help the organization in achieving their organizational strategic objective. And you as a program manager ensure coordination, collaboration, and realization of benefits, which should be coming as a joint effort of these projects. That's the program management certification target. Now, in order to get certified, as usual, you need to pass through the eligibility criteria, and there is a process of getting certification. Now, before we get into what it is, why should I do it, and all those details, first, we should see that who are the people who usually do PGMP certification. I can talk about our customer base. There are not many PGMP certified people. There is no direct like a published official number, but it's less than 6,000. Yeah, where PMP certified professionals are 1.5 million, whereas a PGMP will be less than 10K for sure. Yeah, it's around 6 to 7,000 people only. So only a small portion of project managers who go to a program management level end up doing PGMP certification. What we see in our customer base, the individuals who want to differentiate themselves from just PMP certified professionals are going for PGMP certifications, and the individuals who are already working as a title program manager, so they want to add this certification in their profile. Many of the individuals who are not yet working as a title called program management, but they are taking care of multiple projects in an integrated manner, they wanted to put the program management as a proper formal skill in their CV. That's why they are going for PGMP certification. We also see some of the population who is basically just focusing on differentiation. There are so many PMP certified people. I want to be a program management certified as well. So those are the type of individuals going for PGMP. Unlike PMP, you may not see the awareness, at least as much I see in the job portals. I may not end up seeing PGMP certification very commonly seen in the job requirement. Yeah, there's still you will see a lot of time PMP certification as a job requirement. But once the person have that PGMP certification, it helps them in getting some advantage in their interviews. In our customer base, what we have realized is that there were individuals who were doing some kind of integrated project management where they were involving multiple projects. But after doing PGMP, their whole language, their whole presentation of the profile changed and they got into a formal program management role. So it was just not because of the certificate, but because of the perspective they got, it helped them in getting into program management role. So that's the customer base. If these all things relates to you, then probably you should consider doing PGMP certification. It requires a little bit more time, effort, money. The money is also involved. So you should have your own business case and clarity that should I do a PGMP certification. So that's my first point. If anyone has a query about that, we can probably discuss that before I talk about what is the eligibility criteria for PGMP certification. Yeah. So probably I talk about eligibility then. Yeah. Before we talk about a specific query related to should I do the PGMP or not. Yeah. So looking at that, focusing on eligibility. So as usual, I am picking up the one who are having bachelor degree rather than going into other areas. So what PMI asks is that you need to demonstrate 4 years of project management experience and 4 years of program management experience. The total 8 years in the last 15 years. So in the last 15 years, you must have done 4 years project management and 4 years of program management. Then you qualify for PGMP certification. That's it. If you have a bachelor degree, these are the only two criteria needed to get the PGMP certification. In our interaction, we do face individuals who are not having project management experience because they were doing from the beginning program management only. But from a PMI perspective, because in some organization, program management is limited to coordination and reporting and PMO kind of stuff, rather than the working with the team and getting things done. So they have a program manager who are just facilitating and integrating things. From a PMI perspective, that is not the target audience for PGMP. They want to focus on those individuals who have project execution experience as well. They have done project management. Now they are doing program management, and now they are helping the organization with the help of program management achieving the strategic objective. That's how PMI put the eligibility requirement for PGMP certification. Now, this all, as usual, you need to put it into your pmi.org profile. You create your application profile and you will explain your experience related to program management and project management. If someone has done PMP certification, then they don't have to talk about project management experience. Yeah, the PMI assumes that though the PMP certification requirement is 3-year project management experience only, but they will disable the tab where you need to talk about your project management experience. They will directly take you to the program management experience level only. But you need to have active PMP. We do have a clients because PGMP is usually done by those people who might have done PMP 10 years ago. That's the case in many cases. If you have a expired PMP, then you still need to give your details of your project management experience in the application. Yeah, so that's how it works. Just you need to add more English because they want to validate your project and program management experience. Yeah, so that's the eligibility criteria. Any query about the market positioning of PGMP and the eligibility criteria? We can take it here before
Yeah,
I
one
get.
question,
Please.
Saket. Thank you for organizing this. When it comes to the eligibility criteria, okay, is it pretty straightforward if you provide all the information that they request for? You have program management experience, you have the number of years that needed. Is it straightforward, or is it like how you articulate it, make it look rosy? I'm just asking, just
So
try to
there
be
are
very
two.
straightforward,
There are
because
two
I've
aspects.
heard a lot of theories about the getting this approved itself is a big thing. Is it really a big hassle, or is it just like perception?
So there are two aspects to it. First aspect is this PGMP evaluation process has two steps. One step is evaluation of your application, and the
Hmm.
second step is online exam. So
Yeah.
unlike PMP, the application itself is a test. Yeah, so they have a test as an application. Yeah, so
Okay.
now application also has a two part. We are going there, how to prepare
Okay.
section. The
Sure.
application has a one area where you just talk about I worked for 4 years in so and so program, and that was the background of it. That's a one
Got it.
area. You that area is not that complicated, and only PMI staff reviews it, but they want to make sure that that area should also show strategic programs. Yeah, that's something they insist on. But they
Got it.
have another area which is called application summary, yeah, experience summary. So when you
Right.
focus on experience summary, there are three questions which one need to answer. There are options. There are six options, like six questions out of six, you need to answer three. There are options there. But in those three questions, each question is a 500-word answer. You need to talk
Okay.
about with the specific examples how you have helped the organization in achieving roadmap, how you have helped the organization in achieving governance. There are specific experience area they are asking. So we need to
Got it.
present that experience area, and that will get reviewed by PMI panel. And once that is reviewed, we can say first level of evaluation of our PGMP certification is done. Now we just need to go for exam. Yeah, that's the process, and I will detail out a little bit more. But I'm taking your question as an opportunity to clarify. Like PMP, you don't have to put any experience detail letter from the organization talking about that you have done a program management. That is not needed. It is still based on what you declare yourself in a nice English. It is still that. There is a
Got it.
possibility that your application may go for audit. In case of audit, they will ask you, can you tell two, three individuals who will be getting email about your experience summary? And if they
Uh-huh.
say that, yeah, this guy has worked on that area, we are good with that. Yeah. So that level is this only. You don't have to go to your company and ask about, can you give me a certificate that I have worked as a program manager? That is not going to need it. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. Makes
Perfect.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Yogesh. Yeah.
Saket. I
Hey,
have
hi
a
Saket.
Yeah. Go ahead, Yogesh. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, my query is just as you have mentioned that as far as the SETB requirements are concerned. So, just wanted to know someone who has recently done PMP and received his PMP certificate. Immediately after that, can he appear for this PGMP? And second query is if he is appearing for PGMP after getting his PMP done, still he has to follow the same process, like writing down the same application and everything. That's it. Thank you.
So anyone who has done PMP still follow the same process. They will not be needed to demonstrate their project management experience. They need to demonstrate their program management experience. Now, few specific informations related to your PMP versus PGMP application. In your PMP, you might have given some project details. Those project details you cannot replicate again as a program now. Yeah. So say I have spoken about that I worked for 2021 till 2024 in a project A. So you need to talk about your program before 2021 only because you were already doing project management during that duration. Yeah. So your project management experience and program management experience should not overlap. They have not explicitly said that they validate it, but we have faced some application where they got a feedback that your experience is just overlapping with your PMP application. You need to fix that. Yeah. So that's one information. So you need to find your 4 years of program management experience other than that window which you have already given in your PMP application first. Second thing is it's an observation. There is no formal say from PMI, but in my observation, and we have many clients who have done PMP in less than 1 year time, and they have already have an approved PGMP application, and they will get certified soon. I have many such clients, but usually what we have seen is the PMI panel review. In our observation, it could be just a perception also. End up asking more questions when the recent PMP exam taker apply for PGMP. Yeah, so they look at your application a little bit more critically because they may think, you may not have a program management experience. That's it. So you need to put your nice application and you need to make sure that your experience of project management is not overlapping with the program management.
Yes,
Okay,
Saket.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
go ahead,
sir.
go ahead. Yeah, Sonal. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Saket, this is Sonal. I have a question, and maybe you might cover this towards the end of the session. But if I'm going through Bridge, what is and if I opt for the application support option that you have, what is the level of support that I can get from Bridge
Yeah.
in writing this application?
So I can explain that, and we will explore it further. But
Okay.
let me talk about what is application process, and then I talk about how do I support it. Yeah. So maybe in 10-15 minutes I cover both.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. So now we already started talking about how it happens. Yeah. That's a conversation we already started happening. They have little weird interface nowadays. So complete the application. So that's the thing. So thanks to your queries, you already have a clarity what is the application. So application will have a tab. The first tab is project management experience if you are not PMP certified, and you need to select the project duration which does not overlap with program duration. That's the first thing. Second tab is you need to talk about your program experience. Now, in a program experience, each program minimum should have 2 projects. Yeah. You can have 3-4 projects as well, but minimum they need 2 projects, and these projects are not same which you have done as a project manager. Now, what is program? Yeah, that's a first important aspect. So program from a PMI perspective is a group of interconnected projects which are managed effectively, efficiently together so they can achieve a bigger objective. That's a program. So you as a program manager working with few project managers, and project managers are taking care of their own projects and they have an interdependency. You might be facilitating interdependency management, alignment management. That's a basic program management. We can call it program lifecycle. On top of it, they also want to see when you write the program description that this program was not like, oh, we implemented ERP system and we were 5 projects and one module was finance and one module was inventory. It's a pretty decent program, but they will reject that program. They will say, oh, this program looks like a tactical program. You need to talk about why they implemented ERP and what kind of strategic benefits they got by implementing ERP. So the same story I need to convert and say the organization was facing the delay in their customer services and high cost because of not having integrated information. And in order to improve their cost efficiency and fast decision making and increase their customer satisfaction from X level to Y level, increase their profitability from X level to Y level, we implemented ERP. Yeah, then they will say this is the right program. Yeah, so we need to understand that we need to start thinking from organizational objective and then what kind of benefits the program provided, and then there were projects which were having components and deliverables which came together, and I as a program manager ensured that we integrated all these aspects and help our organization in achieving this. So this is what we need to put in our program description. The example, and this is where our role can also come. This is a program description. Then we have an experience summary. So experience summary, they have 3 areas: strategy, program governance, and leadership. So strategy area has 2 alternatives. You can choose one option. One is talking about how do you help the organization in preparing roadmap. Another talks about how you help organization to take care of benefits management. You choose one and you need to explain with specific examples that, this was my program. You select a program which is already explained before, and then you talk about your contribution in preparing the roadmap. For example, you talk about what all research you did, what kind of dependency you managed, what kind of collaboration you end up creating with the project teams, and ultimately you came up with a roadmap. And sometime you may give some idea of your roadmap as well. So around 500 words, which shows that yes, you have done this job. Then similarly for program governance, talking about how do you take care of risk, issues, changes at a level of program. So project is facing something which got escalated to you, you handle it, you give that specific example. And then talking about leadership, you talk about how do you work with the stakeholders well, collaboration at a program level, help them in achieving their benefits, and ensure engagement at a regular level, and ensure that they have a clear understanding of what we are going to deliver. So these are the possible areas. So they have each area, they have 2 alternatives. You need to pick one, and based on that, you need to write that answer. Yeah. That is what you need to do for your application. I do have a video which explains you how to do it. I have a free sample application also. If you drop an email to our team, they give you the free sample as well. So from our side, you are good to go. Yeah, that's something you can do. We don't need any thing for that. It's available, public information from our side. Now, if you say, no, I have an application, can you help me in framing it or finding out what is going wrong and all? Then we work with you, and usually that work involves few iterations. Yeah. So you come up with a draft. I ask, you don't have a numbers here. We don't have this here. Probably this is the type of statement you need to put. So I give you example statement. And then I ask you, does this number sounds good? So you need to collaboratively, we come to a description. Yeah. So I will give you a draft. You will give me a draft to me. We exchange our drafts few times, and then you will reach to a program description. Similarly, we have an experience summary. Based on the draft, based on our conversation, usually experience summary also start emerging. You produce some draft, we produce some improvement and feedbacks on it. And after, usually it takes a week time when you start before we can have acceptable application, which can go to PMI. Final review I will point out if something is not looking good, and we make sure it get submitted. 99% time it goes in a first pass. Yeah, that's it. In case you get a feedback, we fix that feedback. Yeah, because you get a feedback, you get a one opportunity to fix that feedback as well. Rare of the rare event. Yeah, I can say that if I work with 50 people, then there is a one possibility who may get a feedback sometime because of a little bit weakness or something which we missed seeing it. And it also depends upon what kind of reviewer we get. Yeah, because it's not a very like a scientific process. People have judgment around it. So we may have a feedback which we will fix it, and then it goes well. We have yet to face anything where we could not get the application approved. There is no such case till now. Yeah, that is something we are doing. Yeah. So that's an application process, and that's the application support we give. I hope that answers both the queries. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah.
Saket, one question.
Please. Yeah.
Um, uh, Typically, how many days does it take once we submit the application for us to get whether it is approved or?
So there are two level feedback. The first level feedback is only on your program description. That do you have a right program description? Do your experience is okay? Do you have a strategic alignment? That feedback usually comes within 24 hours or maximum 1 week, because that review is done by PMI. Yeah. So PMI does the review and they give a feedback back to you quickly. Then once we approve, once that stage is passed, then they will say, make the payment. Yeah. So they will ask for money. Yeah, they will ask for money for your exam. So you make the payment. And once you make the payment, then it forwarded to a panel review. Yeah. PMI tells panel review will only focus on 3 experience summary. They will not point out any mistake in your program description. Their area of focus is 3 experience summary only. If you get a feedback from panel review, your application description is already locked. You can't change that. Yeah, that's because it's already reviewed. You only have to focus on your 3 answers. So in a way, that's a little progress. But panel review can take up to 60 days. That's PMI is telling. In our experience, we have a situation where people got feedback in 24 hours also. They got approved. Yeah, 24 hours, they are done. Usually, individuals who have done PMP 10 years ago and who are doing programs which are pretty publicly visible, like I'm doing program for World Bank, I'm doing for government and all. I do, again, it could be a perception also, but those application gets approved in 24 hours. I get it like this. But the individuals who have a private programs and they, I think there was a little glitch.
So can it be rejected also, Saket?
Yeah. So
can they reject?
Yeah, I repeat again. So individual who have a little private, like working in a private organization or not, then review depends upon reviewer. It can take 2 weeks to 4 weeks, though they have a 60 days time. But usually we see maximum duration is 4 weeks. We have yet to see anyone who took more than 4 weeks. Yeah. So that's the thing. Now, what can happen after the review? 2 possibilities. 99% of the time, if you follow my advice, you watch our videos, it will be just approved, nothing else. Yeah, it will just approved and they will say, go ahead and give the exam 99% of the time. But if you have not put the strategic and specific information, they will say, this experience doesn't make sense. It's too tactical. It's bookish. That's the feedback they give. It looks like that you are just repeating what is written in the book. I can't see your experience here. You need to modify it. Yeah, so they give you back. Yeah, they give you a feedback. Then you need to modify it. Usually after modification, they pass it fast. Within a few days of your modification submission, they will pass. Yeah. So till now, I only got one instance where we got for feedback and we end up modifying it. But other cases, we just 99%, we just pass in the first attempt. But yeah, there is a one possibility which happened. On a social media, I do see that there are individuals who get rejected second time also. We have not faced it. Then also there is no problem. What I see on social media, but I don't have my client experience at level. But on social media, what I see is they get rejected and PMI pay their application fee back, 100% refund, and then they can start again. Yeah, that's it. So they need to start again. They will fill the application again. The PMI will review your first description again, and then they will review your answers again. But no personal observation experience. But this is what I see on the social medias.
Got it. You pretty much covered, in fact, you covered one additional question also. I've also covered, completed PMP 10 years back. So
Perfect. Yeah. So see, idea is that usually, again, that could be a perception also. That could be a perception also. Maybe it automatically get reflected in the quality of application, or they may have some logic. But that's my observation. But anyway, it's just a matter of time. We put a great application even for those individuals who have just done PMP 1 year ago. Yeah, we have many clients who have done 6 months ago, and their application is already approved, and they are waiting for the exam now. Yeah. Good. So application done. Now I want to talk about exam and the content outline. But if anyone has a query about application, let me know before I talk about how to prepare. And actually, if you work on application seriously, your 60 to 70% preparation happens along with application only. Personally, I feel application is more a better learning experience than the multiple choice exam we give in the center. The multiple choice exam is more like it's too terms oriented, document oriented. So you need to just know, yeah, these are the 10 documents which program manager uses and all. So it can be done by those people who may not understand program management as well. Yeah, actually, if they just get those documents right. But for application, I think it's difficult for someone to just get it without developing the program management understanding. So when I teach, when I work with my clients, I make sure that they at least understand their application. Yeah, because if I can make you understand your application, even if I am producing some draft, then your good percentage of your preparation is done. You won't face much difficulty when you are preparing for the exam. Anyone before I talk about exam? Good. Yeah. So I go forward. How to prepare? Now they have changed their website recently, and now I need to find out where is the exam content outline, and it takes me a little. And schedule the exam study for exam, I guess. Yeah. So they have now they have like kind of this document is hidden. Yeah, it is here finally. Yeah. So they have something called PgMP exam content outline. It is here, but it used to be very visibly available on the front page only. But yeah, this is something important. So here I click, you can also locate it somehow, I guess. Yeah, it's a prepare, and you need to locate by navigating this particular URL some way. But here I can click on download. And here you see something called PgMP exam content outline. I had it open before also, but I wanted to share with you how to open it. Now, unlike PMP, this exam content outline is far, far comprehensive. In a way, this exam content outline itself work as a learning material for clients. Yeah, so they prepare using exam content outline, which you probably hardly do in PMP or PMI ACP anything. You just prepare using some other material, but here it's a one of the material. Now, what they tell is, and this is something help us in understanding the program management from PMI perspective as well. They tell that for PGMP program management, we are building competency into 5 areas. Yeah. You as a program manager need to demonstrate your skills in these 5 areas, and this is how the percentage distribution would be. You need to talk about strategic program alignment. So there are tasks which are associated. The total number of tasks are 72. Yeah, the task which program manager is expected to do. In this document, let me share the direct PDF link also to you in case you wanna open it in parallel. So you can scroll down and see those tasks. Yeah, there are tasks. So there are tasks which are associated with strategic domain. So strategic domain is basically like when I'm doing a program, I'm doing something to help organization to achieve their strategic objective. So involve things like awareness of organization strategy, involvement in creation of a business case, involvement in creation of a program charter, involvement and leading the activities of creating high-level program roadmap, and continuously working with the stakeholder to ensure that they understand high-level vision, high-level requirement of the program before they get into the details. Yeah. So I need to make sure I have a competency to produce strategic alignment. That competency will get tested in the PgMP exam. So we can prepare using program management standard. We have our own content. I will show you my content as well, but that's a one domain. And this domain, usually people face little difficulty because they may be more execution oriented, but they need to study the strategic part also well. Then we have a program life cycle, which has a lot of percentage, 44 percentage coverage. And most of you will find it very easy, yeah, because this one is more execution oriented, taking care of risk, taking care of issues, taking care of program level WBS, ensuring resource optimization, ensuring procurement, working with various teams to integrate their work, dependency management, day-to-day program management, yeah, as a work is a program life cycle. So they have a 3-stage life cycle at a high level. They call it that you have a program definition, program delivery, program closure. So understanding that life cycle phases, understanding various activities in those life cycle, and how program manager integrates and work in order to achieve program level objectives. So this is an extension of project management, and usually people will get it fast, but it has a lot of tasks. It has 35 tasks, but yeah, they will be familiar to you. Then we have a benefits management. Alignment is a little typo. It's a benefits management. Now, many people in our customer base find difficulty there. They don't get this benefits management well. So in the PgMP word, they talk about benefits is something tangible, something which clearly comes out as a result of your program, which helps in achieving organization value. Yeah. So say increase in sales by X percentage or reduce in our operational cost by 20%. Those kind of things are benefits. Yeah. So we are expected to achieve benefits. So the way in project management, we focus on requirement management. The way PgMP looks at that in a program management, you should be focusing on benefits management. Yeah. Basically, requirements and deliverables are taken care by project managers. Your attention should be giving on to identification of a benefits, identification of KPIs, which will be used to track those benefits, coming up with the approach of managing the benefits. We call it benefits management plan, and ensuring that throughout we are aligning the benefits and reporting the benefits into many governance and health check events. That's a benefits management topic. So it talks about benefits identification. It talks about benefits delivery. It talks about transitioning the benefits to the operational team and also providing guidance for sustainment of the benefits. So many of us are not that much involved, especially when we do a client level programs. So all these things are happening at a client level. We are basically execution oriented. So many of our clients lack experience in that area because benefit and strategy is something beyond their role. But that something is a learning opportunity, and we start talking and thinking in that particular direction. So that's a one topic. So though program life cycle is a very rewarding one, it is going to be easy for most of you. Benefits and strategic alignments are not that much as a percentage, but still they are important because they set the good foundation. Then stakeholder engagement. If someone has done PMP and someone is already involved with working with people, the same concepts of power interest grid, stakeholder mapping, stakeholder engagement assessment metrics and all, just the question will be a little more complicated because it involves more complicated high power stakeholders. That's it. Yeah. But overall, crux of stakeholder engagement remains same as you have learned in your PMP exam. So that will go fast. Then there is a governance. Governance is in a PMP, we have a small one task about governance only, not much. We are more focusing on monitoring, but not about governance. So governance is all about providing the framework to ensure compliance, alignment to the strategic objective of the organization, and ensuring the projects which are happening under program are governed well, and ensuring the program is also aligned with organization governance strategy. So that's another topic. you get some idea from your project management monitoring areas, but it need to be a little bit beyond monitoring. We are focusing on oversight, we are focusing on strategic alignment and decision making, steering committee. Those kind of words will show up when we talk about governance. So these are the content area which you will prepare in order to get PgMP certification, and the detail of what will get tested is available in this public document from PMI, and this document is called PgMP exam content outline. Yeah. Now I will talk about how possibly one can prepare with the help of our materials and all. But if anyone has a query till here, we can discuss that first. Hopefully you got an idea that how this whole thing work. But if there is any query, we are good to talk. Okay, I see some chat is coming. So task nodes in ECOs are not giving a sequential order. Is there a flow chart to give the activity, or we have input output for the activities? Yeah, so the input output kind of stuff, yeah, is there, and that thing is called program activities. Yeah, but the ECO is not there. The program activities gives you that particular view at some extent, not very clearly made, but in our content we do have a clear ECO, clear activity input output kind of format prepared. Yeah, but that's the one content.
Saket, I have one question.
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Like it's a very generic question, so I'm just trying to compare the PGMP with PMP. So I did my PMP back in 2019. So like, what's your take? Like, how is the PGMP exam as compared to the PMP exam in terms of like the syllabus? Because I found PMP syllabus very elaborate, like back in 2019. So I spent almost around 3 months to prepare for it, and then like I cleared it. So this was curious, like, is it similar to PMP?
I would say that if your PMP concepts are still fresh in your memory, yeah, then you may not have that much effort needed for program management. Yeah, but there will be. So I would say, yeah, it's difficult to predict. Reason being is, I have clients who hardly prepared for 20 to 30 hours for PGMP and they got certified. Yeah. So in general, if someone does program management, yeah, the PGMP preparation could be just 2 days of preparation. I have clients who did PGMP in 2 days. Yeah. After application, they just studied the program management standard twice and they use their judgment. They were very near to borderline. They were not like above target everything, and which was perfectly fine, but they did in a 2 days time. But if that strategic understanding, benefits understanding, and all the concepts are new, then we do have a clients who are preparing from last 6 months also. Yeah. So, but I would say if someone has to study, maybe equivalent to PMP content only, I would say less. Yeah, I would say less, but a little bit mindset has to be grown. But number of pages you will read is definitely going to be a 50% less than your PMP. Yeah, that much I can say. Number of pages one has to read is 50% of the PMP. Yeah.
Got it. Thanks, Saket.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So the another question is, when there is what is the flow task based question? So we need to see a question by question. There is no much like a sequence of activities, but your common judgment, you need to acknowledge the problem, you need to analyze the problem, then you need to act upon it. There are some series of artifacts. You need to understand which artifact comes first, which artifact comes next. That's the understanding which is needed, which can come with our course preparation or by reading the program management standard as well. Yeah. If there is a specific question, you can say this question I got somewhere and I'm not clear about it, then I can explain. But in general, this is a generic study you will do with the help of program management standard. Now, from a PMI perspective, one can prepare for PGMP in a day or two and go for exam. They don't need any training. Yeah. PMI assumes PGMP certification should be done by the person alone. They should fill their own application and they should give the exam. That's it. They should not take, it's not necessary to take any training, yeah, or any other material other than PMI material. So the PMI has this program management standard, which if we understand it, is actually good enough. Yeah. But the problem is you should be able to relate to each and every small line of it. it hardly has 200 pages. Yeah. It shows 262, but then there is an annexure and other stuff. So it hardly has 200 pages. And if one reads it, you may end up reading it in 6-7 hours only. Yeah, maximum 7 hours, you will finish this reading. So if one reads it twice and they have a good understanding of program management, I believe they should be able to pass the exam. That's the minimum thing you need. Rest of the thing you will see in the exam only. You know how to do time management and all because you have some experiences. But if you feel no, this whole thing is little difficult, I can't probably process it, then you need to take a learning programs. Yeah, then you need to take a learning programs. So one of the thing is, if you are not yet convinced, you can read the program management standard and see how comfortable you are with it. Yeah, if you feel everything looks very familiar, then good, go for it. Yeah, that's it. Now, from our side, what help we provide? We have given one free mock test on our website, and we have 190 video questions which explains PGMP style thinking. So extra learning, after looking at a program management standard, you can watch our 190 videos questions and do the same questions are available on our website. You can do it. You can say, yeah, this is a full length mock test. I probably will do. If you score 80% plus, you are good for exam. Now, somebody will say, why 80%? Why not less? Reason being is, in our questions, I am pretty straightforward. I'm talking about concepts. I'm not trying to confuse you into document A, document B, document C. But in the real exam, you also have a document A, document B, document C kind of questions, which requires little bit of tricky understanding of program management. So by reading the standard, you may have it. And with the help of 80% of your marks, you probably will do good in the exam. But keep in mind, the retake fee for PGMP is a $600. Yeah, that's the fee. So if you can't make it in a first attempt, you end up paying $600. Yeah, that's the retake fee. So, but depends. If you see you are confident, there is no need for any other program. Now, what else we do if people enroll to our program? So we have a comprehensive program which includes videos, which includes mock tests. So we have a platform, we call it Compass. And in this platform, we have a detailed video content. We give you some other material also in case needed, like Pimbox 6-7 as well as Scrum, other things. Basically, for those individuals who are lacking project management fundamental, we tell please look at a project management fundamentals as well. But if your project management fundamentals are good, we have each domain area covered with the help of videos and with the help of notes. Yeah, there is a reading material as well. And with those notes and content, and we have a special guide which is prepared for exam content outline. So the ECO tasks we have prepared in detail. Yeah. So like one of the question coming in, I am not clear how do we do this particular thing in the ECO, for example. Yeah. So we do have that understanding. Other than program management standard content, we explain that, okay, this is your particular ECO, and we pick up a particular task, each an ECO, and we tell, this task has these key components. You need to understand this. And this task is basically done in objective to achieve this. And we explain it in detail. So the one line task becomes a 4-page task here. And then we talk about which are the possible artifacts will play a role in this task. Yeah. And then maybe why this task is important and how do you perform this task. So by creating these kind of step-by-step understanding with for our clients, it becomes like another program management standard. Yeah, they probably don't need program management standard that much, but we have our videos which are coming, which are covering 100% of the program management standard. Then we have an ECO guide, which is little unique because in our understanding, nobody has related the exam content outline to a program artifacts and the sequence of activities. So we create and make it clear that, okay, how you probably will do it. Yeah, this is something you do. Now, here, once that is done, the whole material is version 5 because that's anyway version 5 is the foundation of it, and we go line by line. So other than that, once you are done, then we have a full length mock tests. Yeah, we call it assessments. So we also help you to make first domain level understanding. So before you go into the full length, and we have a one special mock test for artifacts alone, because there are a lot of documents. Sometimes people get confused in those artifacts. So we tell, you can take an artifact test. And then we have full length 4 mock tests. So if you score good in our mock test, you are expected to do good in the exam. In fact, I have started 5th mock test preparation also, which should be live in next 15 days. Yeah, and with our clients, we are incrementally sharing those questions in our WhatsApp group. They don't have to wait for me finishing the whole mock test to get ready for their exam. So this is what we do. We run a WhatsApp groups. We do periodic calls, but you don't need to attend them. We just make it as an additional thing. And in case someone needs a one-on-one assistance as a part of our program, then we schedule a call with them. Yeah, so this is what we do in order to assist you. And overall package, we put it as a $425, which includes application support. If someone is just looking for assistance and not looking for application and say, I will take care of it myself, then we put it around $299. So it's like a 50% of the retake fee. Yeah, something which we are charging. Yeah, so that's our program, and this is how it works. Yeah. So from my side, I'm sharing a free tips if you want to go for it. Program Management Standard, our free 190 video explanation questions, multiple choice. It's a more than 10 hours of video content. You can watch it. You will get full understanding of exam content outline, ECO, and you can take the same test directly in a multiple choice format using our free website. And in order to fill the application, also we have a video on our YouTube, and there is a sample application which we gives you for free. So this all is assistance. You should be able to do it great. If you need more, then we have our program. Yeah. Now, what kind of question comes? Watch our 190 videos. Yeah, you will see the questions directly. Yeah, so that is something is there, and that helps you to answer and understand the type of question you get. Recently, somebody said, "Can I make a small summary sheet for free so that people can prepare?" I said, "Okay, yeah, probably yes." And then I have prepared something called PgMP Pocket Guide. So this is another free resource which is available to our anyone. Yeah, it doesn't require any login. So when you go to our website, yeah, and you have somewhere we call it downloads, and in the downloads we have something called PgMP Pocket Guide, and this PgMP Pocket Guide contains a good amount of tips, yeah, in a way which can help you in getting ready with your PgMP certification. It's a 26-page guide. It is not something 2-page or only. My problem is I can't just give a 1-page answer because I feel that 1-page answer is not good answer. And here also I'm telling that please use it as an additional material. Don't use it as the only material for your preparation. But here I explain what kind of thinking, what kind of mindset one should be following. And we have a lot of social media comment where people are getting good benefit by just reading the pocket guide as well. Yeah. So these are the resources. You can think they are coming free, and then you can imagine how much detail our paid program would be if the free program itself has this much details. Yeah. But so this is another thing one can consume from our website. Yeah. So here is a link. You can play with it. And hopefully, if you are preparing well with your program management standard, you will do good and get certified faster. So free study groups and online community, there are LinkedIn groups. Yeah, I am not participating on them much, yeah, but you can search it. We have a Reddit group, which where I go. So as per your activity area, you can join the LinkedIn groups or Reddit groups. Yeah, that's there. Yeah. Now, success stories and all, you better go to the Reddit group. You will get it. Yeah, there are so many. And if you go to our YouTube channel and our videos also, on videos also, you will get it so many. So yes, yeah, you have so many people talking about how they got benefit out of our contents. Yeah, you just need to read the YouTube comments whenever you watch our content. And as I said, 20 hours of preparation is good for someone, and someone may need a 6 months of preparation. So I can't say generically, because the program management certification, the customer base is very widespread. I have people, usually our clientele is 20 plus years experienced people. So, and there are few who are 10 plus only. So it's very difficult to say, do this and don't do this. Yeah, for a person who has a good understanding of program management, I would say just after filling the application, they just need to sit in the exam and they will get certified. Yeah, most likely. They can check it by taking our full-length practice test. They can directly go to our website without studying, maybe read program management standard once, and after that take our exam. If they score 80%, next day they can book the exam and get certified. Yeah, maybe reading the program management standard once or twice is good enough for them. Good. If any other specific query, please let me know. I will try to answer it.
Saket, the examination, like the way of giving the exam, that is similar to the PMP, like it will be a proctored,
Yes. Yeah.
and the
So
passing
little bit
percentage.
difference, little bit difference, little bit only. So there is no home-based testing here. It has to be the center-based only. Yeah. The total number of question is 170. The duration is 4 hours, 10 minutes more than your PMP certification. Unlike your PMP, there is no scheduled break here. Yeah, so it's not like after 60 question you can take break. There is no break. Yeah, 4 hours, 170 questions. If you want to take a break, take it, but the time will keep running. Yeah, that's the only difference. Rest, more or less, multiple choice questions. Out of 170, at least 160 questions will be single option right. There could be 5-10 questions where they will tell select more than one. Yeah, that's the only few of them.
Okay, and like in PMP exam, we used to have this earned value and like numerical problems, something similar here as well, like in PGMP.
So yes, so 2021 onwards in PMP exam also calculation based questions are not coming. So before that we used to have 20 such questions, but not anymore in a PMP also. In a PGMP also you can get NPV, IRR, and EV and communication channels kind of questions you can get. We have a 11 question available in our YouTube channel, and we have a maths question guide, same place where you can download our ebook. You can download that. But recently, people also reported that they got 0 such question. So it depends what kind of test show to you. Earlier, people used to say 2 to 5 minimum math related questions, not much calculation needed, but little bit judgment helps them in finding the right answer. Yeah, so those kind of questions used to come very often. But when I read on various social media platforms, nowadays people who are giving the exam and as well as our people who are giving the exam, they are not finding very often the calculation related questions. But you need to prepare anyway. Yeah, but not in detail.
Got it. Thanks, Saket. That helps.
Good. Anything else, anyone, which can help you in taking your next step? And if it is useful for you, so you should get certified. That's it. Yeah. If you have a business case for it, I would say, yeah, I would only do if I have a business case for it. If you see that there is advantages you can get your returns fast, then why not? But if the case is not clear, then why? Yeah, then also a question. How long does it take to realistically fill out the application? 1 week. Yeah, so around 1 week. So you need to get started, and you need to give me, if you are working with us, yeah, that's 1 week. Yeah. If you are working alone, maybe I still recommend you spend 1 week. Don't rush for it, else you will have a late feedback and then it may not make much sense. So watch our videos, watch my comment on various social media platforms, especially Reddit, where we have helped many people to fill their application right. Yeah, but if you need an assistance, then also that option exists. So you can say that if I want to get fast, you need to start with the application soon, and you need to keep around 1 month for application related work. You can say, if I want to give the exam, I basically need to focus on 1 month as an application time. After that, you can go for the content preparation. If all good, then we are done. We should be putting this video in our YouTube channel soon. So you can catch up some of the things which I have explained. You can possibly catch up those URLs as well. I will put those URLs in the description of the YouTube video as well, so that you can find them there as well. And maybe it is also there on the screen. Basically, downloading the Pocketbook, watching the video to fill the application, all those things are available. And you do have a PMI.org as a link. If you already have a PMI membership, then you can download the program management standard right now. Yeah, because the way you download PMBOK, for an active membership, you know, the PMI membership is something. So for a membership, valid membership, you can go and download your program management standard or standard for program management as well. And if you need our assistance, just connect back. Yeah, we should be assisting you to get it faster. Yeah. Thank you everyone. Yeah. So we close now. Yeah.